Hey, what's going on, everybody? Craig with Shipley Transport. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, today is day 5 of your average HotShot week. What I've been trying to do this week is shoot one video a day, just showing you guys what type of freight I'm putting on the trailer, let you guys know where I'm going, where I'm coming from, all that fun stuff, and what type of money we're making. So it's Friday. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. I'm heading back to the house. I'm empty. Dropped off the tractor from yesterday in Iowa. So the point of this video is what I'm trying to accomplish here is just give you guys an overall recap of the week, where we've been, and what type of numbers that's equaled out to. So basically on Monday we started out with a load leaving Missouri going over or up to Minnesota. From there we found a load out of Minnesota going over to Topeka, Kansas. Then we were able to pick up a load over in Kansas City, and it had 2 drop-off locations. One was up in Minnesota, western Minnesota. The other was in eastern North Dakota. Then we were able to find a load, thankfully, out of the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, without too long of a deadhead, going over to Iowa. And that's when we dropped off this morning. So total loaded miles this week was 2,564 miles. Total gross money this week was $5,800. So if you do the basic math on that, we did $2.26 per loaded mile this week. In my opinion, it's a pretty good rate. Had one load on there, the tractor. Definitely did not hit the rate per mile that I was looking for. But it was a true partial too. The broker did not care when it got there. He didn't care if it sat on my trailer for a week. He didn't care about any of that stuff. To him, it was a true partial. I made a judgment call and a business decision, knowing that I had to be home this weekend and into the first part of next week to go ahead and haul it, because even though it wasn't the exact rate per mile that I typically look for, it made financial sense. It was along the same route, and coming out of that part of North Dakota still was not a terrible rate. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody that that's a perfect rate or anything crazy. And I'm not going to just try to blow you away with all these fake numbers. The whole point of this video and all of these videos this week is to give you a realistic view of what just an average week looks like for a non-CDL HotShot guy. There's been discussions amongst the HotShot community that $2 a mile used to be the goal. Now it should be up to $3 a mile. And I'm not going to say that any of those people are wrong. The more you can get per mile is obviously always the goal. Now, for me, I pull up to 9,000 pounds and 35 feet. So, with those limitations on non-CDL trucking, I don't mind $2.26 a load mile. Like I said before, do I wish it was better? Yeah. But to me, that still signifies a good solid week. Now, we did have our ups and downs this week. Typically speaking, I do like to have a load booked at least 24 hours in advance of when it has to pick up. But not only did I not have that happen this week a couple times, or at least once, it happened twice. We also had a load cancel on us at 4 o'clock in the afternoon that we were supposed to pick up the next day. So definitely wasn't a perfect week. But it does give you a good idea of the type of stuff you get to deal with this industry. And the things that you get to look forward to with this industry as well. I've been to some beautiful parts of the country. And I overall enjoyed the week. So, one of the other things that I'm trying to accomplish this week is I'm trying to end each video with just a basic topic of conversation. And I kind of struggled trying to think of what to end the week with. Didn't want this video to go too ungodly long or anything like that. So what I decided to do is talk about personal strength. Obviously, in flatbed trucking, physically, you have to have some strength. Strapping down loads, moving freight around the trailer, throwing a tarp, all of that stuff can be physically demanding, so you gotta be able to meet those physical requirements. The other aspect of it is mental strength and mental health. Now, as a male in our society, we typically don't talk about it. It's a topic of conversation that's pretty important to me, being a military veteran. To those of you that know, and to those of you that don't, the number 22 a day really means something to me. And it signifies that there are 22 military veterans per day that commit suicide. Now, first and foremost, please nobody get offended. I'm not trying to equate trucking with the military and those stresses. I'm not trying to say that 22 truckers a day commit suicide or anything crazy. All I'm trying to do is point out why mental health and mental strength are important things to me. Now, I bring the whole idea of mental health up because trucking can be very difficult and stressful. There are a lot of different things about this industry that can cause stress and cause your mind to play games with you, or however you want to say it. Sorry if the camera's kind of bumpy right through here. First and foremost, there's financial stresses. There are different stresses of dealing with brokers and dealing with people that might be jerks and dealing with people that are just unpleasant. You have the stress of staring at 4 different clocks a day. You've got the stress of staring at your standard clock, your driving clock, your 14-hour day, how long till my 8 hours is up and I'm forced to take my 30-minute break. All of those things can be stressful depending on how your day's lining up. And then there's the other stresses that some people talk about, and that's just the stress of being away from home, being away from your family. Me, for example, I've got a wife and 3 beautiful little girls at the house. The oldest isn't even 5 years old yet, so it's stressful and mentally taxing on me to be away from them, just because my youngest is 18 months old. She's learning how to talk, she's learning all these different things, and there are times in which I miss certain things, and that's frustrating, that's upsetting, it's bothersome. And then there's the stresses of being a business owner or an independent contractor, owner-operator. Running a business can be stressful. Dealing with your equipment can be stressful. Dealing with breakdowns, dealing with load cancellations. It's all stuff that can be very, very stressful and overall harmful to your mental health. So I am in no way a mental health consultant or a doctor or anything like that. So I will not give you specifics of what I think you should do because each and every one of you is different than me. But one thing I'm going to make sure I do is I've already got some very exciting and fun plans with my kids when I get home over the weekend. Find a way to blow off some steam. Find a way to release that stress. Don't let it boil over. Find a support system. Real quick story. I had a 2015 Ram with a G56 manual transmission. I was hauling a load across upstate New York, and fourth gear blew up on me. It blew up, locked up the transmission, and I had to be saved by my wife. So, as easily as possible, she had 2 of our children. She was also not just kind of pregnant, she was very pregnant, due within about a month or month and a half or so. She grabbed a truck, came over to upstate New York. We loaded my truck onto the trailer and then drove it all the way back to Missouri so I can get it repaired. Actually, I ended up getting the truck repaired in Pennsylvania, but that's a whole different story. So I bring that up just to show one very simple example of why a support system is so important. Whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be anybody, have a support system, guys and girls and everybody. Take care of yourselves. This industry, while I absolutely love it, I don't want to talk anybody out of it. It's what I've chosen to do with the rest of my life. I would change things about it, of course, just like any other job. But I truly do love it. So please don't think I'm trying to talk you out of anything. industry can be very difficult. It can be very stressful with change of regulations and everything else I've already rambled on and on about. So have a support system. Take care of yourselves. If you ever feel like it's too much, find somebody to talk to. If you can't find anybody to talk to, reach out to me. Again, I'm no expert. I'm not anything near an expert or anything like that, but I'll see if I can help. I mean, I don't want to see anybody go through that. Military veterans, if you guys are going through anything, we don't know each other, and I don't care. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's figure it out. Let's get everybody on a positive path moving forward. Try to help each other out. So, really appreciate you guys joining me all week. Really appreciate you guys listening to me ramble all week long about stuff that you might or might not care about. I got a couple more videos coming up, not right away, but pretty soon. One, we're going to go over my equipment front to back, how I have my entire setup lined up to try to be as efficient as possible, and then pretty soon we're going to do another video based on how I go about booking my freight. Like I've said in the past, I don't consider myself a true expert or a guru or anything like that, but I've developed a system that works out pretty well for me. Some of you might be able to incorporate some of it, some of you might not. So, just like always, please like, share, subscribe, everything else. Sorry again about all the bumps. You guys are really blowing me away with the amount of support that I've received. Doing that stuff really helps get the information out there and make it easier for other people to find. So, once again, thank you guys for joining me this week. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys got a good, solid perspective of what this career path can be. Other than that, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time.